Hey everyone, video number 2 about why you should get counseling when you are breaking up. Well, last video we talked about how it protects the children, how you still need to keep, we'll be talking to each other beyond breakup if you have kids, so that's important to learn communication skills. And today I wanted to continue that conversation and talk about how spending time about what went wrong and discussing everything in a safe manner can be also really important. There are reasons why we end up right where we end up, where we end up saying we're not good for each other, this is not good for me, this is not good for our family, which is a really, really devastating, heartbreaking, extremely hard experience. And if we don't take the time to learn and understand what went wrong, what role did I play, what role did my partner play, how did it all end up here, we have high chances that we will end up in the same situation in 5-10 years from now with a different partner, with a different name. So I had a couple where 3 times in a row, every 5 years or so, they ended up marrying the same type of person they were attracted to, with the same problems and the same issues, but different name. And it took them 3 times, one partner, it took the partner 3 times to realize, like, whoa, something is happening here. Why am I attracted to this type of personality? What's really underneath it, right? So we sat together and we shed some light, and I held some mirror to their experience. And what the partner discovered was that because of how they grew up, because of how unavailable, right there, he lost his mom pretty early on, around the age of 6 or 7, and then the father kind of got focused on, at work, which makes sense, providing for the family, and became very, very emotional, unavailable, and really physically unavailable. And the kid was just left on its own, like, right, and had to grow up really fast. So he's been attracted to emotional, unavailable people who were kind of in and out, right? A lot of kind of personality issues, borderline personality issues, people who are unstable, right? And so that led him to this kind of discovery, and it was eye-opening for that client, and it changed the trajectory of his life, because he then, as he worked, which took years, but he worked through the understanding, through the traumas, and did all the work and the healing, and he was able to find someone who he was able to build a healthy, effective, strong, emotional, available, connected relationship with, and it was beautiful to witness. So again, taking the time to think about what went wrong and talking about it. You may or may not know it. Sometimes we just have like a jumble of shit going here, but finding your words to express that, having a therapist to help you navigate through that shit show that's happening, right? Really highlight the pain points, really share that in a way that works for your partner, can bring you both a beautiful closure and a lot of discoveries. And sometimes even it reconnects the people, and they're ready to have like a second marriage, together. It brings them strong, it brings them closer together, and they become stronger as a result. I definitely have seen that several times. So, or people realize like, wow, like we were never meant to be together and we were just kind of forcing this over the years. And so now I know why, and now I know what not to do. Um, and again, the communication skills you learn through couples counseling, even when you're going through breakup and divorce, is so applicable to all the communication that you have with your boss, with your employees, with your children, with your next romantic relationship. This time, money, energy, and effort you put will not go in vain. You will be used and over and over and over again, and it will be really, really helpful, because most of us did not grow up in families where we were taught how to communicate our needs, how to know what we want, how to be brave to fight for that. You know, our parents did the best they could, but at the end of the day, we have to, a lot of us have to reparent ourselves. And, you know, especially when you know, become 40 and 50, like you realize like this is it, right? So it's now or never. So yes, again, learning your own relationship patterns so you don't, you know, repeat them in the future relationships, spending time learning what went wrong, communication skills that you are learning, protecting the children, modeling to children that this is how you can break up in a healthy, amicable way. And also ensuring that all the communication beyond the divorce can be also healthy. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.